Hey everybody. Um, well, I'm doing a quick review of Dragon Ball Super Brawly, the new movie. Um, Now what I've seen of, and which I've watched it on a website, which is a recording from a phone, but I was able to get the gist of it. Anyways, so from what I have seen of, um, yes, as the Enterprise D. Anyways, what I've seen of it was definitely decent. I thought they tried to do a little too much in it. Um, yeah, it was a little fast paced, but it is what it is. The animation, I saw what they were trying to do. Um, but they probably should have stuck with the other animation with it, but that's just me. Um, so I feel like they tried to do a little too much CGI at the same time, which was a bad idea. A little CGI, fine. Too much, it can kill it. Um, but that's just me. I did like what they did with Bardock and Jeannie, whatever Goku's mother's name is. Um, Now, one thing I did notice, of course, cell phone recording, so it might have cut a little bit that I didn't notice. But, in which for those who haven't seen it, um, I'll give you a heads up now. There's a little bit of a spoiler that I'm about to say. If you don't want to listen to it, go ahead and move past it. But pretty much everybody kind of knows what happened if watching Dragon Ball Z. They did go with that Bardock tried to defend Planet Vegeta, which I thought was a really good idea. Crazy part is what they show is that instead of him just disappearing in a ball of light like they did in the Bardock movie from back in the 90s, they he literally disintegrates. So that was definitely interesting. That kind of kills the episode of Bardock for those of us who have watched it, which probably everybody here has. Um, Now, one thing is, I did not see is I didn't see Goku's mother involved in the fight against Frieza to save the planet. Of course, I could have missed it. It's very possible. But in case if I didn't miss it and she wasn't there, I have a theory that she may have gone off planet just before that happened to go search for Son Goku with no effect of finding him, um, obviously. But I think possibly within, I know they got the new arc, the prison arc, which could be interesting. I am curious to see that of what happens with that. But they'll probably introduce her if they do it. They could introduce Goku's mother in that arc, or do her own arc when she lands on Earth. Obviously, she is a little older. Um, which that will be interesting to see because I am curious to see, as we all know, when with a Saiyan, they retain their youth a lot longer than a normal human. So I'm curious to see how they would end up doing that. Considering what they did with Pegasus, Broly's father there. So he started out young, like, and looked the way he did in um, the original Dragon Ball Z Broly movie. Broly, yeah. Um, but in this movie, they got him older, kind of a little taller too. I noticed. Um, they they gave him gray hair, and it was definitely interesting. Ow, son of definitely something interesting to see. Um, so we'll see what happens with that. But now, as far as Super Saiyan Gogeta, I thought that was cool. I am glad that they finally made that fusion canon. Well, supposed canon. If anybody really counts Dragon Ball Super as canon, um, even though they say it's canon, personally, I don't count it as canon because they've had way too many screw ups. Um, like with um, first of all, Frieza should never have been resurrected back. Um, because if everybody remembers in Dragon Ball Z, nobody can be brought back after a year that they're killed. Um, and they decided to bring him back using Dragon Balls, like 15 years after he was killed or something like that. It's actually less than that, but still like a decade later. No, I'll go with 15. Um, but they show him, they had him come back 15 years after his death in the Resurrection of Frieza arc and movie. Um, I, so they screwed that up. They kind of also screwed up like the wishes for the dragon. Because if everybody also remembers, the dragon was able to grant two wishes instead of just the one. And that obviously has changed again with Dragon Ball Super. Now it's back to one. Um, but there are a couple things I did like about Super, though. I will say, I I, I, I actually did enjoy the Black Saga or Goku Black Arc, whatever. Um, I thought that was decently done. The thing I do wish is that they went a little bit more into it. Um, they could have showed. I wish they did more with the animation. For one, that would have been good. Because they really did kind of short the animation as far as what they could have shown. Um, I've actually, oddly enough, I've actually kind of enjoyed the Super Dragon Ball Heroes a little bit more. As and granted, it's only an advertisement anime, but they're actually doing a little bit more with it. They just did episode 6. Yeah, which I think episode 7 comes out next month. Um, which is which next month starts tomorrow. So happy New Year's, everybody! By the way, of course I'll be at work, so but yeah, and plus I heard one of the other things that might be happening is supposedly there's also supposed to be a second Dragon Ball movie coming out at the end of 2019 or so. So see what happens there. I think a lot of people kind of forgot that rumor. So I'm hoping for that. It's my understanding is they already started production on that on the second one. Right after they finished production on this last Dragon Ball movie. But we'll see what happens. God, I got so much crap. Um, hmm. That's kind of all I got for this right now. Who knows what I'll probably do another review whenever they bring back the anime. See what happens there. Y'all have a good night or good morning, whatever time of day it is where you're at, and post your comments.